Here we go. Place yourself right here. Put her on the floor and really want your act. Let's do something. You want your act getting dirty? Yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, it's nice sitting with hair. There we go. Let me cut it back a little. Oh, I'm wait, so here, put on here and Jack. Haynes? Haynes? Yeah, yeah. You can tell me where you're sitting. Yeah, Haynes. It's nice sitting with hair. Or, I can hear you. Haynes?
I saw you in the hallway the other day.
And you ignored me. I know, man. Hopefully nobody says something reckless. Now, I'm gonna be able to play.
and gentlemen, please find your seats as our ceremony will begin momentarily. At this time, please silence or turn off all electronic devices. Thank you. As a reminder to our military personnel, today's ceremony is an indoor event and indoor protocol will follow. During the ceremony, there will be several occasions when you will be given cues to stand or be seated. As a reminder, military members should stand at attention on the first note of musical honors and the national anthem. During the national anthem, our civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart. Military veterans have the option of rendering a salute or placing their right hand over their heart. Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 96th Security Forces Change of Command Ceremony. I am Staff Sergeant Joanna Lee, your narrator for today. The presiding officer for today's event is the commander of 96th Mission Support Group, Colonel Tassi Davis. This morning, we will conduct the change of command, passing leadership and responsibility of the 96th Security Forces Squadron from Major John E. Clements to Major Andrew J. McPhee. The change of command ceremony is a military tradition rooted in history and dates back to the time of Frederick the Great of Prussia. During that time, military organizations developed flags which were unique to their organization with specialized colors and designs. The soldiers followed their leaders into battle with flag in hand. If the banner flew proudly after the conflict, it was a sign of victory on the field of battle. With its obvious importance, the flag was soon incorporated into the ancient change of command ceremonies. The organization's banner was exchanged in public for all of those to see. The person holding the flag was the unchallenged and sovereign leader of the unit. The modern day ceremony is primarily symbolic, yet it still announces to all the authority of the incoming commander in the finest military tradition. The transfer of the command flag to the incoming commander symbolizes the assumption of command. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party, the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem, and the invitation. Color.
Stand by. Halt. Attention. Hut. Boards. Halt. Forward. Arch. I'm up. Up. Presents. Come. We find the
Oh my gosh, you lost your hand of butts and little change cancer. Your prayer for Major Clements, Major McPhee, as the God on of man is passage from the may you prepare each of these men for tests that they put in the days ahead. Major Clements, we thank you, Lord, for his leadership, his care for his people, and how every decision and choice that he made running for him passed not only through the lens of what was best for the mission, but what's best for his men and women under his charge. Lord, we are grateful and ask for your blessing in this meeting. Go before them and prepare a place for them as they transition to their midst. For Major McPhee, Lord, we ask you to give him wisdom to not only advance the line set by his predecessor, but to build upon it and take it to new heights. Lord, give him the strength to lead firmly but fairly, holding these men and women to a high standard, but also humility, to lead as an example for our core values. May his leadership help our defenders and our DAF officers to reach their fullest potential under his command, not only professionally, but also personally. Finally, Lord, we ask that you would help us to welcome him and his family as they make big room. Be with us during this time of transition and guide us in the days ahead. We ask you all these things in your everlasting name. Amen.
Thank you, Technical Sergeant Jones and Chaplain Cambridge. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We'd like to take this opportunity to recognize our special guests joining us today, including Colonel Davis's husband, Michael. Major Clemens' wife, Liz, their sons, Eddie and Abram, daughters, Eva and Aria, and close family and friends, Jason Sawyers, Captain, United States Air Force retired, and wife, Cheryl. Joining us from Major McPhee's family, Major McPhee's wife, Stephanie, their sons, Aiden and Ian, and his sister, Sarah. Also joining us today are several distinguished leaders. I'd ask that you please hold your applause until all have been introduced. The Vice Commander of the 96th Test Wing, Colonel Reza Gregorian. The Command Chief, 96th Test Wing, Chief Master Sergeant E. Temple. The Senior Enlisted Leader, 96th Mission Support Group, Chief Master Sergeant John Ryland and his wife, Chris. The Deputy Director, 96th Mission Support Group, Mr. Gabriel Clarity. The Deputy Director, 96th Security Forces Squadron, Mr. Chris Ostrom and his wife, Chris. The Senior Enlisted Leader, 96th Security Forces Squadron, Senior Master Sergeant Leonard Burton. And to all of our other distinguished guests, commanders, both past and present, colonels, chiefs, first sergeants, civic leaders, Team Eglin friends, and family members, thank you for joining us today. It is my pleasure to introduce today's presiding officer, the Commander, 96th Mission Support Group, Colonel Tassie Davis.
Actually excited today to be standing here before you. This is my very first effort on this side of the flag officiating a change of command. So I want to get this right as I pull up my notes. I want to do this the best justice that I can to honor both of these great leaders in front of me. So good morning and thank you for being with us to celebrate Major Clement's success and welcome Major McPhee to Team Eglin. Colonel Gregorian, Chief Temple, thank you for always being there for the MSG, in particular for our defense community. We appreciate your attendance today. And for all of the other leaders I see from MSG across Team Eglin, thank you all for being here today. It's truly an honor to serve as the officiator and to see all of the bright and shiny faces in the audience, really across all the functions of Team Eglin. Very, very cool. I want to give a very special thank you, though, to our family members for being here today. Your support and love is the key to our success. Liz, Eddie, Abram, Ava, Aria, and family friends too, for both families, which was really exciting to find out. I just want to thank you especially for supporting, Eddie while he's been commander. Hectic schedules, long days, and a separation from your husband and dad. Um, he's been a great commander because of all the things that y'all have done. So thank you so much. Then to Stephanie and Aiden and Ian, and also Sister Sarah coming from a long trek across from Salt Lake City. We are so excited for you to be here today. We want to welcome you to our new team, really a family that is focused on keeping Team Edland safe. It's an honor to share our traditions with all of you today, and we're excited for you to get through this. I'm a little nervous, sorry guys. I'm a big fan of military traditions, as my team knows. I'm honored, so honored to be here. This is an amazing opportunity, and I want to make sure I do it right. Okay. This is a symbolic ceremony, really to signal to your team this change of command to show, passing of the guidon between one commander to the next. Really to celebrate the old commander and to enter in the new commander with a new opportunity to lead, defend, and win. But first, I want to brag on these guys a little bit before I get into the official part of the ceremony. Major Clemens' tour has been dedicated to finding innovative solutions to secure the Air Force's largest installation. His diverse team protected 724 square miles and over 100 square miles of coastline and 81,000 personnel. Eddie oversaw the Department of Defense's largest alarm system with 512 alarm system accounts, 143 controlled areas, and 11 restricted areas with a very small force. Because he had that small force, he applied an integrated defense approach to multiple security disciplines, including law enforcement, anti-terrorism, force protection, and base defense. He found ways around resource constraints through innovation, technology, and processes. He improved the frequency of the realism of defender training. He established a new weapons and tactics section to shape how we defend the base today and in the future. And above all, Eddie focused on and fought for the safety and protection of our defenders at the gates and all across Team Edward. Some of those measures that he put into place were not popular, but Eddie's persistence, calmness, and credible approach ensured these projects were seen fully to execution. Well done. We are impressed with the advancements you've made by empowering your team, and you can leave here today knowing you made a lasting difference for Team Edward defenders. I'm proud to be MSG because leaders. Okay, Major McPhee, on to you. You are the perfect pick to replace Major Clemens. You are going to carry that defense vision into the future, and I know this from your breadth of experience. You've got experience in the nuclear realm, the non-nuclear realm, law enforcement, and air-based ground defense, and that's prepared you to take on Team Edwin's diverse mission set. I want to congratulate you on your recent graduation from the Army Command and General Staff College, which incidentally Major Clemens is headed to. So they are literally swapping spots. But your interactions with multiple sister services will continue as almost all are represented across your area of responsibility here at Team Edward. Your time at NATO will help you build partnerships across 9 wings and wing equivalents, 34 tenant units, as well as partnerships with the 3 surrounding counties, law enforcement agencies. We know you're ready for the mission. My first ask is that you need to be bold. Our Chief of Staff of the Air Force has told us we must accelerate change or lose. We can't move faster without bold thought and bold actions. You're the right leader at the right time for this. And this is usually when I would go into all of my philosophy about being bold and what it means. But I'm going to keep it short here and stick to just the B today, because the B is the most important for this moment. What B stands for in bold is be you. All of the experience that you have had leading up to this point is why we value you as a team member and why you've been selected to lead this amazing group of defenders. So just be you and you'll do all right. Be the best you, but be you. You're the right leader to carry the vision forward. You're going to modernize defense, synergize across Team Eglin, and grow defenders who are informed, connected, and empowered to prepare for the future fight. Welcome to the team. And before I hand you the guidon, I want to honor Major Clements' achievements one more time. So, Major Clements, if you'll join me in front and center.
Attention to orders. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 16 January 1969, has awarded the Air Force Meritorious Service Medal, 4th Oakley Cluster, to Major John E. Clements for meritorious service 23 June 2022 to 16 June 2023. Major John Clements distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 96 Security Forces Squadron, 96 Mission Support Group, 96 Test Wing, Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. During this period, Major Clements led the first in-person integrated defense and anti-terrorism working groups and councils in 2 years. He advised 11 wing leaders and closed 6 major command anti-terrorism gaps, slashing risk by 20%. Additionally, Major Clements created the first unit's Personnel Reliability Assurance Program Office, where he partnered with the medical group to strengthen physical and mental health support. His efforts led to a reduction in temporary Army withdrawal rates by 30% and lifted medical readiness by 14%. Additionally, Major Clements streamlined unit notification processes, closing gaps in unit and wing reporting priorities by fielding automated software, saving defenders 240 hours yearly. His drive to improve mission capacity led to a $65,000 interagency purchase from the range group, repurposing 2 target boats for waterside security. Furthermore, he was able to secure $137,000 to revitalize the Armory Radio Frequency Identification Tracking System, establishing the Wing's Force Protection Drone Program, and push the gate camera installation project across the finish line, closing a 7-year access control deficiency. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Major Clements reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Signed, Tazika M. Davis, Colonel, United States Air Force. My honor to present his band of 96 30 Forces Squadron, Major John E. Clements. Right.
Morning.
First, let me thank everybody for making the time to come out. That means a lot to me. I know we have people from far distances to come and see this. Whether you're here to support a kind farewell or an excited welcome, it means a lot to me to see the support for this outstanding unit. Most of all, it's 100% a team sport when it comes to any position that you're in, command included. For some of us, command can feel lonely at times, but we have a lot of people we can lean on, a lot of people we depend on. So that's why I want to start off with gratitude. Gratitude for this ceremony. So starting off with Sergeant Jones behind me, Sergeant Lee as the narrator, Sergeant Jones for the national anthem, Sergeant Wright, all the efforts that you put into this ceremony. This is amazing. Thank you for meticulous detail that you're paying attention to. For the honor guard, you notice those are all the ray wearers, for all defenders. So they put in time to prepare for that. It means a lot. I know Brigadier General Garrity could not be here. Colonel Roy, I appreciate you attending. I know we haven't had a chance to work together very, very much, but your attendance means a lot. So thank you. If General Garrity was here, I would want to spend some time thanking him for supporting our defenders, whether it's post visits or coming out supporting Peace Week with kind words, and his support for some of our somewhat crazy but innovative ideas to improve base defense. He's behind us, and he helps us get those things across the finish line. Some of which you heard in the declaration. Mr. Marks, who I know also couldn't be here. Wow, I mean, you want to talk about somebody who's in our corner, and that's in everybody's corner for that matter. But I think especially defenders. He is always seeking ways to make it safer for us out there and to improve the way we do business. Hall Road Gate being a perfect example of that. Huge support for that. Chief Temple, every time I sit in a meeting with you, it is clear to me how much you care for our airmen, not just defenders, but for our airmen. So from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the words that you provide, the guidance that you provide. You're focused on our enlisted force and mentoring our officers from each of the world. Colonel Davis, I don't know what to say, man. First of all, thank you for the kind words. You have been extremely supportive of the approach that I've taken, and I think it fell perfectly in line with your whole philosophy. The be you and the own your space, the two things that resonated with me the most, especially the own your space. But having the freedom to just walk in, get some mentorship, some guidance, vent a little bit at times, that was a godsend. It really was, especially at times where it was a challenge. So I thank you very much for that. That means a lot. Mr. Laramie, we all know deputies, they're doing a lot of legwork. They're making things move, but you're that sounding board for us. Someone who we could just walk in. Hey, what do you think? They would think of this idea. And whether it was a new idea or rebranding an old idea, should go out of it, right? You were there to kind of say, maybe not. And you also were a shield for us and would try to take things off our plate. And that didn't go unnoticed because we're all going 200 miles an hour. So for you to take the time to do that, that was a big deal. To my fellow MSG squadron communities, I know we don't get to spend a lot of time besides maybe breakfast or lunch here or there. I appreciate the support that you gave us as the defender group, and hopefully we gave you the same level of support. I also appreciate you being able to bounce things off of. In fact, that's again not a lot of peers that you can just walk over and say, hey, this doesn't sound right. What do you think? And then to add your specialty to that, just made it that much better. So thank you for that. And then I have our honorary commander, Rashana Prescott from Okaloosa County here. So thank you for coming, ma'am. And I appreciate, I know you just started with us. We just stood up that program again. So your attendance means a lot. I can't wait to see what that partnership grows into with Major League B. So again, thank you for being here. PA Dilly. So glad you could make it, sir. So one of the things in this declaration was the Army Use of Force Program Office. The effectiveness of that office could not happen without your partnership, without the communication that you give to us every single week. So I wanted to make sure that I especially thank you for that, because I know that you've gone above and beyond being responsible as the PK for every single one of our defenders. So thank you, sir. I know Shane Watts from Pearlburg, he was able to, there he is. I'm glad you're able to make it. I know we've had a chance to kind of sync up on some things, maybe bounce off a few frustrations, but it's been great to have you as a partner on our property. I would say. Our local law enforcement partners, I know many of them couldn't make it. I'll depend on Ms. Prescott to carry on all the thanks to Okaloosa County, specifically Sheriff Hayden, Under Sheriff Mix, who I've gotten a chance to spend some time with the commonality of the National Academy. So it's been great to interface with them, and especially Sergeant Miller. Sergeant Miller, for those of you who don't know, he's the Okaloosa County rep. He's been working closely with us to make sure that they're integrated in our exercises. So he has been integral to making sure that that happens. And then I know I saw Tim Geller. Sir, thank you for being here. From the Air Force. So retired Master Sergeant Commander from the Air Force Security Forces Association. They have done nothing but funny ways to improve things for vendors, give opportunities to come volunteer, donate turkeys for Thanksgiving, anything and everything that they can do. They have done, and I appreciate that, sir. Thank you for your support. All right, the hardest part, Manti. I'm trying not to, was it page of algebra? Man, something like that. All right. So command, like I said, is a team sport. That immediate team is your inner circle, your inner circle, right? And I had just a phenomenal, fantastic team surrounding me. I know Chief Ryland has moved up to the group, but I'm still kind of putting you in that category. So sorry, Chief. A rare opportunity when you get to have a chief who's been, approaching 30 years and has seen a lot in our career field. To have somebody who pours their heart and their soul into their people and to the mission. So to have somebody advising you with that level of knowledge and experience, again, is a rarity. It's not something you're going to find that often. Mr. Bostrom, it's my first experience with a deputy director, but just so just by chance, you have somebody who also has 30 plus years of experience, also a chief in our career field. So what are the chances that you get to have that? When you walk into the largest Air Force installation, you got to figure out, where the bathroom is, right? Chief Burden, I appreciate everything as you just came into the seat and before that, the time that you had as ops and the time that you had as logistics. You have the absolute right attitude and approach for the future of the squadron. I appreciate our time together. And then my first sergeant. My first sergeant is amazing. Just absolutely amazing. I don't even know what to say. I know she's trying to keep her bearing right now, but you have done so much for this squadron, so much for me, and she really wants to be a defender. So, I think she's going to get there. She's still trying to wear the beret everywhere she goes. Definitely an honorary defender in my heart, and you will be missed. And then her assistant first sergeants. So I don't know if Sergeant Bullett's here. No, I thought Sergeant Bullet was in. And then Sergeant Minutes. So if you didn't know, assistant shirts, just like deputies, they're doing a lot of legwork. They are doing a lot of legwork to take care of our folks. And that was truly appreciated. And I think that's a really tough position to be in because, most of the time it's either a master sergeant or a tech sergeant, and they're dealing with a lot of their peers to help take care of some of these processes that help our folks. And sometimes that's difficult to navigate. And so I truly appreciate what they've done. For my officers and my senior NCOs, what a team. What a team. You dealt with all of my wacky ideas, the third Thursdays, the final Fridays, the things that we wanted to get together and try to fix. But what I hope you take away is that I truly cared and valued your opinion. And I wanted your ownership of those decisions that we made. And that's why it's so important for me that we were a synchronized team and that we met regularly to talk through the issues that we wanted to attack. To the Knights, I'm so proud to have been part of this team. You have accomplished so much in just the year that I've been here. But most importantly, you've taken care of each other. Just to highlight a few examples, we're going to rebrand this one, call it Defender Focus Groups, but we were calling it DOX Focus Groups. The group that we established to go out and gain more feedback and try to attack the things that are on people's minds that are bothering them, that need to be fixed. You embrace that, and you are now turning that into just a regular process, something that will hopefully continue and see the fruits of. Amazing opportunities were presented throughout my time here for people to connect, and that connectedness through squadron events and various forums was, I think, what kept us going even through some of the challenges we were facing. You had the courage to voice concerns and the initiative to address them. You embraced the help-seeking culture where we can learn from each other. And while there were numerous mission accomplishments, it's the connectedness that will endure the change that's coming up as you welcome in a new squadron commander. This cohesiveness that will overcome those future challenges is drawn from the confidence that you have in each other. And you'll keep going and spinning yourself in this worthy cause of defending your nation. And now to my family and my friends. So first, Jason, Cheryl. Jason, we went through officer training school together. He was prior enlisted security forces, crossed over. We met each other at lodging as we were getting ready to walk over to the training area for officer training school. And we went through tech school together. And we've got your contact, and I leaned on you for things, not enough probably. But I appreciate your friendship. Appreciate you taking the time to be here. That means a whole lot to me. Cheryl, I appreciate the same thing, and I know that you lift that name up to where he is. So thank you for everything. I gotta give a shout out to, we have a travel basketball team that is a huge support system. My son Abram is a decent basketball player. So I think some of the squadron got to see him play. But the Bulldogs. So I don't know if Coach / Lieutenant Randy Sims could be here, but he's the coach for them. If you watch him work, I would want to be Coach Spano. And I know we have our other coaches, Trey, Coach Mike. I appreciate the way that you developed. I mean, you've been a support system for our family. I was going to do the chant, but Abram told me not to. I don't know if you're going to get anything back from me later. So when you say somewhere for such a short period of time, that support system means the world. Liz, I'm going to look at you. I don't have the words. I think all of us know how important our spouses are to this. Command is the challenge. You've been there for everything. You've supported me everywhere. And cool. All right. To my kids. You guys don't probably 1 year in one place. We're getting ready to go do 1 year in another place. Unbelievable the adaptability you've shown, the ability to still grow friends, still grow support, still be successful. Support me and your mom through all of it. And lean on each other to be successful. It's inspiring. It's beyond words. So I want to make sure that I get a chance to come down. Thank you. It's money in here.
What happened? That's fine.
So I know this is long, but this is my chance to say my thank yous. Finally, to Andy and Stephanie, I know you're going to do amazing things. Liz and I wish you the very best as you join this team of absolute professionals. And I know you're going to take this unit to the next level, I have no doubt. So as I say farewell, I will never forget the bond that is formed when a team exhausts themselves for a worthy cause together. And I want you to just remember a few things for me as I step off. Stay humble, credible, and approachable. Always listen to the 10th man. For those of you who don't know what that means, I think that's somebody in the squad that can say it. And in the words of President Teddy Roosevelt, one of my favorite quotes of all time, it's not the critic who counts, credit belongs to those who are actually in the union. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Major Cummings. As a customary sign of respect, the men and women of the 96th Security Forces Squadron will now say farewell by honoring Major Clemens for the final salute as their squadron commander.
Squadron, hands up. Wait, man, no.
Major Clemens, on behalf of the 96th Security Forces Squadron, we thank you for your leadership, dedication, and unwavering commitment during your time with us. Your guidance has left an undeniable impact on our unit, and your presence will be greatly missed as you embark on your new journey. We bid you farewell with a heartfelt gratitude and best wishes for continued success in your future endeavors. Colonel Davis and Major McPhee, please come forward and join Major Clemens. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the 96th Security Forces change of plea. Attention to orders. The Department of the Air Force, Headquarters Air Force Material Command, Special Order Number Golf Echo Delta 23271, Major Andrew J. McPhee is appointed Commander of the 96th Security Forces Squadron, Edwin Air Force Base, Florida, effective 15 June 2023. Signed, Colonel Tazika M. Davis. Gentlemen, please be seated.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the command of 96th Security Forces Squadron, Major Andrew J. McPhee.
It's a very special day for my family and I. After doing first command, you kind of wonder what's the next one going to be like. Is it going to be as special? Is it going to what those emotions are going to be like? And for me, they're all there, just like the first one. It's special. But commanding a unit. So it's truly an honor to be here today. Colonel Gregorian, if you could relate to General Gary, my thanks for having faith in me to assume command of this unit. It's an honor. I think it's the greatest privilege that a officer can have in the service, especially in security forces. So thank you very much, Chief Temple. I look forward to having a sit down. The enlisted force runs security forces. I've grown up with the senior enlisted, so I respect and I look forward to the continued mentorship. Colonel Davis, thank you so much for the words. I'm a new guy on the block, I know, so I have to prove myself, and I will. But thank you very much for being here. You're doing a great job for your first time on this side of the guy now. So all the commanders, leaders in the room, I don't even know who does what yet. I don't even know how to get from my house to work. So over the next 2 years, I will make sure to get to where your work centers, get to know you. I'd like to meet you before we have any sort of incidents. It's always nice to meet in peace before I call you and say, hey, guess what? Something happened last night. So I'll make my rounds to see everyone. My best. I may not get there in 2 years. I've heard it's a large installation. To the team who put on the show, Master Right. I'll echo thanks that Eddie had. This was awesome. A great event to welcome to send Eddie off in the proper way. So thank you very much. To all of my friends that showed up, I think there's someone almost from every assignment over the past 13 years. It's amazing when you have a change of command in Florida. People tend to show up when it's in Altus, Oklahoma. The guest list is a lot shorter, so I guess I just have to find vacation destinations to have a change of command. People show up. So thank you very much for making the trek from all over. To Steph, Aiden, Ian, we can do this again. I'm looking forward to it. You were the rock during the last one, so I'm sure we'll have another great adventure on the Panhandle. We changed the Panhandle of Oklahoma to the Panhandle of Florida, so we'll see. And Sarah, thanks for making the trek from Salt Lake City. It's pretty awesome you can make it. And lastly, to the 96, to the men and women. Over the past 2 days, I had a chance to shadow Major Clement and just see what you all are doing. And wow, blown away. Seriously, I don't just say that. I've walked into some units where you get the heebie-jeebies. You don't know exactly what's going on, but I can tell you this unit, from my initial 48 hours of seeing what's going on, I'm just blown away with the professionalism, the initiative that you undertook, and you as a team ran with. And I just want to let you know we're going to continue to take that baton that Major Clement picked up, and we're just going to keep going. And keep improving the defenses of Beckman Air Force Base. So thank you very much. I look forward to getting to know you over the next 2 years, getting out to the work centers, learning exactly what you all do. But so far, your commander is very impressed. So thank you.
Customary sign of respect. The men and women of the 96th Security Forces Squadron will now render a first salute to Major McPhee.
Roger, hands up! Read that! Ho! Hold up! Ho!
So he would make sense.
The men and women of the 96th Security Forces Squadron are proud to have served with Major Clements and wish him and his family good luck and Godspeed in their next assignment and future endeavors. We would also like to welcome Major McPhee and his family as he assumes his new duties as commander. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the participants and their families, we thank you for attending the 96th Security Forces Squadron Change of Command ceremony. Please stand for the singing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party.
Roger, hands up!
Go into the wild blue yonder, flying high into the sun. Here we come, soon to meet our thunder. Animal, the gun, give it a gun, and we climb the frames from under. Off with one hell of a room. They say, hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. Next verse.
This concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending. Make sure to serve that. And have a great
Oh man.